besides being considered one of the most famous and prestigious actors of his generation. Morgan Freeman is a tycoon who has amassed a lot of money throughout his career. But have you ever stopped to wonder about just how this actor lives? In this video, you will discover all about the luxurious life of Morgan Freeman. Born in 1937 in the city of Memphis, Tennessee, Morgan Porterfield Freeman Jr., known simply as Morgan Freeman, is a famous American actor, producer, narrator, and filmmaker. From a young age, he always enjoyed acting, but his life also had some setbacks, and when he was 16, he almost died of pneumonia. And perhaps this health challenge made him concentrate on his breathing, which later gave him such a powerful voice after his recovery. Freeman became known in American media through his role in the children's television series called The Electric Company. From there, opportunities began to arise for him, which allowed him to appear in a variety of films playing characters of all kinds, as well as of course being well known for his incredible striking voice. Morgan achieved much prominence and prestige in performances in films such as Street Smart, Driving Miss Daisy, Glory, The Shawshank Redemption, Say 7 in, Invictus, among others. However, the biggest blockbusters he's been in are Batman Begins, Bruce Almighty, The Lego Movie, and The Dark Knight. Throughout his career, the actor has received several awards for his excellent work, including a Screen Actors Guild Award, a Golden Globe Award, and even an Oscar. Today, at the height of his 85 years, Morgan Freeman has established himself as one of Hollywood's most prestigious and respected figures, allowing him to live a life full of luxury. Mansion. Being a famous actor in Hollywood movies, everyone knows that Morgan Freeman has more than enough money to live in a nice residence. Despite being super private about his personal life, it is known that he lives on a large 124-acre ranch, a huge space capable of offering him a lot of privacy and housing everything he needs to live a very quiet life. During an interview for The Tonight Show, the actor said he has made a hobby of the creation of wild bees. Morgan said he imported 26 hives for his ranch and feeds them, but with no intention of harvesting honey or dismantling the hives. All this in order to preserve and save bees and help them back to the planet more and more, seeing as they are imperative to nature. And even though there is very little information about what the inside of the property looks like, there is a lot of speculation about how much the actor's property is worth. And according to some sources specializing in real estate values, it's estimated that Morgan Freeman's ranch could cost somewhere around $10 million. Cars. Despite being a reserved actor who doesn't like to show off, Morgan Freeman has been seen in several cars. He has had a serious car accident when driving his Nissan Maxima, a sad episode that resulted in several injuries but no fatalities. The only long-term effect was the loss of movement of his left hand, which to this day has not recovered. And that is why he is always seen using a compression glove intermittently to ensure that blood does not pool in the region. Morgan has also been seen driving a 2004 Chevrolet Corvette Indy 500, a collectible that can cost $50,000 depending on its preservation. He has also been seen getting out of a GMC Yukon Denali, a spacious and comfortable SUV ideal for everyday use. And depending on the model and year, the vehicle can cost around $80,000. The actor has also been spotted getting into a Cadillac Scarlet, a huge car capable of offering a lot of comfort and safety for all its passengers. And to get an idea of price, depending on the model, it can reach about $90,000. Freeman has also owned a Tesla Model S, a super technological car packed with digital amenities, as well as having a great range, being able to travel up to 405 miles on a single electric charge. And maybe that's why this dream car for many people is worth around $125,000. But it is speculated that the most expensive car the actor ever owned was a Lamborghini Aventador, a super sports car capable of reaching impressive speeds, being among the fastest cars in the world. The vehicle features a 770 horsepower engine that accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in an unbelievable 2.8 seconds, reaching a top speed of 220 miles per hour. And to own one of these, you may need to cash out over $450,000. Jet. It's not news that an actor as successful as Morgan Freeman uses aircraft to get around. But what few people know is that he is really passionate about heights and managed to get his license to fly private planes in 2002. And since money is not an issue, it is known that he once owned 3 aircraft. Starting by the cheapest, He once owned a Cessna 414, a twin-engine plane with a capacity to carry up to 8 passengers, whose price is estimated around $500,000. From the same brand but more sophisticated, he also owns a Cessna Citation 501, a small turbofan-powered business jet capable of carrying only 5 passengers. And to give you an idea of price, depending on the year and model, this private jet can top a price of $800,000. The actor's most expensive aircraft is the ME-Vest SJ-30 model, a modern light executive jet. This private jet is powered by powerful turbofan engines capable of reaching a top speed of approximately 560 miles per hour, having a range of almost 2,900 miles. Its interior is also very comfortable and cozy, having capacity to house up to 9 passengers. And it's no wonder that to acquire this aircraft, you may need to invest something around $7,500,000. And a fun fact about Morgan Freeman and his jets is that he once got the scare of his life when the tires of the aircraft burst after takeoff and had to make an emergency landing. In the end, it all worked out, but this shows that owning private jets also has its downside, right? Ships. Something not many people know about Morgan Freeman is that he is an experienced sailor with many miles on his resume. Despite having enough money to buy any ship, the actor doesn't consider sailing a form of showing off, but a great hobby. The actor's first boat was the Alberg 30 model, an old and small boat valued around $30,000. In the 1980s, he decided to acquire a new Shannon 38, a larger and sturdier boat, valued at approximately $80,000. The most expensive and recent one he owns, on the other hand, was the Shannon 43 model, a more modern version of his last boat, whose price can exceed $400,000. Personal life. Unlike the huge success Morgan Freeman makes in his film productions, he doesn't seem to have had success in his love life. The actor has been through 2 divorces, the first time with Jeanette Adair Bradshaw and the second with Myrna Colley Lee, with whom he stayed for 26 years and had to cash out a true fortune in the divorce settlement. Some sources estimate that he needed to pay off more than half of his estate at the time, with figures running into the hundreds of millions of dollars. It is speculated that the reason for the termination of their relationships was infidelity, including the actor has been accused by several women for being a flirtatious guy and to making inappropriate comments on the movie's filming sets, something he has always denied. And Morgan doesn't seem to be a guy attached to money, proof of which is that he has donated millions of dollars to various institutions. One of those donations happened in 2021, when he gave $1 million to the University of Mississippi. We can conclude that although Morgan Freeman prefers to keep his intimacy out of the spotlight, there are many interesting facts about his personal life. Business. In addition to making a lot of money as an actor, Morgan Freeman also has several other sources of income. He once owned, for example, Mad Edie, an Americanized French cuisine restaurant. Morgan also owns Ground Zero Blues Club, a concert club filled with quirky, alternative decorations that seems to be frequented by older people. One of his most profitable businesses, meanwhile, is probably his production company, Revelations Entertainment, which has produced some hit movies like Along Came a Spider and Invictus. Another source of income for the actor is through advertising. Because he is a famous actor, with a remarkable voice and an older age, Morgan has a lot of trust and credibility with the public, and this ends up attracting the interest of several brands and associating their image to his. The actor has even done commercials for major companies such as Mountain Dew Ice, Visa, Turkish Airlines, Lego, among others. To get an idea of values, according to Forbes magazine, for Morgan to be the voice of Visa debit cards in 2010, he charged about $2 million, a figure that would have increased even more with the renewal of the contract. Social media can also be considered another source of Morgan's income. This is because he has millions of people who follow him on different platforms. On Facebook alone, for example, he has more than 32 million followers, a huge audience that can bring him huge financial returns with advertising or even selling his own products. And with so many sources of income, there is no doubt that he must make a lot of money. Net worth. With such a long and successful career, there is no doubt that Morgan Freeman has already amassed a gigantic net worth. But to reach this level, he needed to have a lot of patience. This is because he started his acting career in his preteen years. However, he only started making money after many decades. As the years went by, the films Morgan starred in began to become more and more successful, and his name became more and more known in the film industry. Nowadays, he has become one of the most prestigious actors in Hollywood, and this has caused the amount of money he receives for each film to increase exponentially. To get an idea of figures, it is estimated that he receives a fixed salary of at least $5 million on each of his appearances, a figure that can increase to $10 million depending on the size of the production. That's not to mention box office result bonuses, which could boost his income even further. Some sources estimate that the most lucrative year of Morgan Freeman's career was in 2013, when he made a whopping $30 million after adding up all of his annual earnings. And the reason he makes so much money is because the movies he's in bring in a lot of financial return. The Dark Knight Rises movie alone, for example, was a true commercial success, raking in over $1 billion at box offices worldwide. Adding up all the movies Morgan has been in, that number exceeds the $5 billion mark, putting him on the list of highest-grossing actors in the world. And while no one really knows how much his net worth really is, many sources estimate that throughout his entire career, Morgan Freeman at the height of his 85 years has managed to amass a net worth that is around $250 million. A figure that could be much higher had he not been forced to pay his ex-wife in 2010 a divorce settlement that came in nearly at $200 million. But in practice, this has not interfered in anything in his life, seeing as his net worth is so great that money is not one of his problems. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, Dios to satisfy your curiosity.